This is a quick Diwali makeup for you. You can literally do this in 10 to 15 minutes. I guarantee you, if you follow the steps, you can get flawless makeup like this. I am using some high-end brands in this just because I wanted to like feel it's Diwali and splurge and use high-end makeup I own, but you can absolutely do this with what you have. Just follow the steps. The first is toner, never skip that. Next, of course, is moisturizer. If you have not prepped your skin, you need to follow these steps. I'm using the Lancôme Moisturiser. This is a really good brand for skincare if you are especially in your 30s. For primer, I'm using this NARS light reflecting primer. This is a really good hydrating primer and lightweight, so you don't feel heavy or cakey throughout the night celebrating Diwali, And so I loved this primer, and I actually love NARS foundation also, so they pair up very good together, the primer and the foundation in the same range. After that, I color corrected because I do have dark circles, so I use the Huda Beauty Peach color corrector. If you don't have dark circles, you can skip this step. If you have deeper dark circles, you can accordingly use an orange color corrector. I'm using a small blending brush to blend the concealer in, and look at how flawless it looks with just a little product. This is a really great product and worth the price. You can see my dark circles have literally disappeared. Next up for the eyes, I'm using a really nice luxury brand today. That's Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette. This is from their Mothership series called Dark Star, and I'm using it for the first time. So I was really hoping the pigment would be really nice, but it was not giving the pigment I expected it to. Look at the black. It's not even showing up on my eyes properly. So then I had to remove it and do the whole thing and use a base. So this is one makeup mistake we sometimes do, that we don't use a base, a concealer or primer for the eyelids, especially if you have pigmented upper eyelids. So then I use the P. Louise base as concealer, and this is a really good base for any kind of colored eyeshadow you're doing. This gives the eyeshadow that pop, the color, the pigment it's supposed to have. So then, but somehow even with that, like, the pigment was not showing up. I was, to be true, quite disappointed in this palette. Then I applied the golden shimmer shade from the eyeshadow palette, and it was a little bit better, but still the pigment was not showing. I was really sad about it. For a palette to be costing $65 and performing like that, whew. But let's give it another try. I will give it a chance, and get back to you guys again. To complete the look, I used the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow in the shade Kitten Karma, and this gave it a nice pop of golden glitter I wanted. For foundation, I'm using the NARS light reflecting foundation, which has become my recent favorite. Look at the coverage on my skin with just one layer, a very thin layer. It covers up texture and makes your skin look perfect and stays all day intact. Like, you should have this foundation in your vanity. It's a high-end foundation. Yes, it's costly, but it's worth every penny. For blush today, I'm using a cult favorite from NARS also. So this is their Orgasm blush, and the shade is Torrid. It is a coral warm shade with golden shimmer, so it works as blush and highlighter. We can as well skip the highlighter, but let's see. For contour, I'm using a drugstore product, and I promise this is the only drugstore product in this whole video. So this is the Wet n Wild contour stick in the shade Call Me Maple. This is my all-time favorite, and I had to use this one because I don't have a contour stick from a high-end brand. But the blending was a little bit difficult, but because I had applied some powder blush already. So this is another mistake that you should avoid. You have to always apply cream products before you apply powder products. Otherwise, your makeup can look patchy and not well blended together. Also, blending will take longer time. So always make sure that you avoid these mistakes when applying your makeup. For the lips, I'm using this Milani lip liner in the shade 09 called Spice. Using a lip liner always gives your lips that nice effect just the lipstick cannot give. So make sure you use a lip liner always. Just don't go overboard with overlining your lips. Next, I'm using a cult favorite again. This is Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick, but the shade is medium, which is more Indian skin friendly, more brown skin friendly, and I love this shade. If you're going for a festive look, you can always use a lip gloss on top of your lipstick. Today I'm using this one from Too Faced. The shade is Eggnog. It's a nice sparkly shade. I'm just lightly dabbing it onto my lips, not like applying it completely, and so it really looks gorgeous. It's a festive look, so why not use more highlighters? So I'm applying this highlighter from Becca on my cheekbones. It's called Champagne Pop, and this was the final look. So how do you think the look turned out? For me, it was not festive enough. I wanted some more pop of color on my eyes, so I used the Too Faced eyeshadow palette in Let's Play, and I used the pink shimmery shade called Fangirl and applied it to the inner corner of my eyes to give it nice pop pink color for Diwali. And I also changed my lipstick to a more red tone lipstick. This one is from MAC called Chili, and I loved the end result and how it turned out. This video teaches you that even if you make mistakes in your makeup, it's fixable. It's just makeup. With that note, wishing you and your family a very happy and prosperous Diwali. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, do it right now. Click the bell icon and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Well, bye. Take care. See you in the next video.